What's going on?
Oh, okay, good morning, people. We having technical difficulties this morning, so we're gonna ask y'all to work with us. Facebook done changed some stuff. Okay. Now. Yeah. All right. What? This is crazy. Cause now my screen is just black.
I don't like the new update that Facebook did.
Me neither.
Like really weird.
And then I'm like, y'all messing with people, man.
I feel like I'm trapped in Messenger all day.
Okay, yes, I see you went live.
Okay.
The Royal Court now is live.
Is it showing us?
Yeah. You're literally live right now.
Because I can't see nothing here. Oh, good morning, good morning.
I am. You're right there.
All right. But I ain't playing nothing. Click for more. All right. There we go. All right. But I ain't playing nothing. Well, it ain't doing nothing on my computer. It's got my computer just shut down.
Goodness. Okay. All right. Well, to all our fans and viewees, we live. We just gotta get this stuff straight, man.
Y'all know Facebook done went and done an update, and don't nobody like it because it sucks.
All right, I'm not in Megan's way. I mean in Billy's way.
I don't believe you are.
Good. Okay. All right.
Good morning.
Now, Queen, she did get here and decided to go get her some hot chocolate. So
she deserved it today, though.
She deserved it.
Yeah, today I think.
You know, I've been beating her up the last couple of shows.
You have.
I need to leave her alone the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we all need to be left alone.
And then she got a family in here, so I might get jumped on anyway. I don't want them problems.
No, you don't. Because I might be the one to do the jumping.
I promise I'm a sweetheart.
Nah,
yeah, don't be nice to him.
No, that's cool. Then you just heard what Empress just said.
Don't be nice to him. Yeah.
No police. I didn't see nothing.
Start speaking other languages.
Oh, man.
Mama? I don't know. I'm not here.
Sure, I wasn't involved.
Right.
I don't know anything. Don't you say I've got glasses on? I can't see nothing.
Right. It's not eyes. No eyes. How'd you say no? Lord have mercy on my soul. Hopefully, let's see, can we go live? It's been a morning, everyone. Yeah, this Facebook update is awful.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I should have tried logging on first thing. I got it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been what it's been.
All right. We live, Queen.
Oh, okay, cool.
I already talked a little bit about you, but Empress had your back. She said I can't get on.
Yeah, I told her not to do it today.
I don't know why you always talk about me like that.
I'm trying to figure out what's the best route right here. Y'all, it's oof. All right.
It's oof.
It's that. Oof. Mainly Facebook's update sucks.
Yeah, I don't like them Android faces.
It's just one of those things where it's all right, let me see. No.
Hopefully nobody gets sick in here.
Is anybody in here? I don't even know what's going on. Somebody tell me what's going on.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? We
make a song out of anything.
Man. And they be real songs. That's the only thing. They for real songs.
What's going on? That wasn't even the song I chose just now.
Right.
What are we doing this
right.
morning?
I think I'm about to do something totally different. Okay. So, move phones. I sure can.
This thing is just weird. You do?
Damn. Oh, damn. Damn. Ain't nobody gonna come on the show after this.
Right.
Right. What happened? Well, you see, what happened was.
I threw some foam. Meant to throw it.
Good morning, Megan's crew that's watching us live. Live on the boulevard.
How y'all doing?
Lord,
How you doing?
let me see. Let me do this one like this. I think I can do this one like this.
Oh, I get the big camera today. I get the big camera today. Hey, I get the big camera today.
It go flatter or no?
Always goes flat.
You always worried about yourself.
I want some likes. I want some
Let me
likes.
see.
You gotta be more thirsty.
Yeah, we promise you we normally do better than this.
Sorry, y'all.
We're just gonna swing it today.
It's one of them days. It's been
It's just
one of them days.
Hey.
You gotta be all alone. All right, yeah. I mean, just damn. Just good morning, everyone. I'ma still keep going with what I'm doing while we doing this, but we're gonna start off the show. We have a wonderful guest. I'm gonna just jump right into it because we like
Go ahead,
like,
because we late.
We late. They're like, what's the song? Late. So are you ready to take a glide on the rock? I should record this.
Oh, this show this morning.
Ooh, that was no stupid part. You know what? I've done that before.
But I mean, I put my necklace on this morning, and the chain broke in my hair.
Damn.
It took me 10 minutes to get it out my hair. And then I had to redo. We had this conversation today. It's been a day, okay? It's been,
You want to know the dumb shit I did? You know, I had when I was brushing my teeth, I have the Colgate, the one with the tube thing. My dumb ass. I was trying to put lotion on my hands too, and brush my teeth in the midst of all that. How about I put the toothpaste in my hand? I put the toothpaste on my hand, and I put the lotion on my toothbrush.
oh Lord Jesus!
I put the lotion on my toothbrush.
Okay. I don't know if anybody is gonna go anywhere with us today. Like, we do not want to ride, glide, slide.
Let's just say I woke up feeling good this morning.
With y'all today. How you just gonna put your computer all the way back up? Oh, you need it up though. Huh? Well, you don't get a camera today. All right.
Good morning, people.
Okay, so how's that look on me? KD, you
gotta you clean your head off. There you go.
cover me.
Back it up.
Cover me. Okay.
Oh God.
The whole show is gonna be.
This might just be our blooper whole show just gonna be
a one big blooper.
This is the F up show right now.
Can we call it that? The F up show?
No, because then
Please, when we post this video, can we call it the F up show?
Billy gonna be like, no, y'all gonna have to have me back. I ain't gonna be on the F up show.
I'm sorry.
Y'all gonna have to redo this.
Sorry.
You got the screen. How I get the screen on? Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's too high. Okay. All right.
Only got a
Is it too wide?
No. It is now.
Oh, it's on your
up,
neck.
There we go. Right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
All right. And you straight?
No. It is one of them days.
So baby, trust me, please.
We good?
Yeah, we good.
I hope we're good.
Are we good? Everyone's good.
We're recording.
We're good? All right. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. Boom. All right.
The show is now over. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Oh,
Hi
Lord.
and bye.
Facebook. Go back to what you was doing before because you done messed some stuff up. So now we want to know, are you ready to take a glide on the ride with the guy and the girls is the king and the queens of the world? That's right. You know what it is. It is the Royal Court, and we are finally in the building with the king. Hey, King, my king, King J-Rod.
Good morning. Oh, man. We have never had a show this bad. Like, it has been atrocious this morning. It really has.
Good morning. Good morning.
And so, sometimes you gotta own up to it, like, cause we live, so it ain't like we can, be us.
And I turned on the camera, but I had to. I had no option. With the queen, hey queen, my queen, Queen KD. You can't
Get to the mic, man.
I'm my bad.
God.
Woo!
I told y'all it's a hell of a morning this morning, okay?
I'm gonna pray after this. And of course, you know who I be. I'm Empress E, and we have a very special queen in the building who has sat tried and true with us this morning with all of our bloopers of everything. I don't even know if the camera's straight. Is the camera straight?
Yeah, everything's good on that. You know, I got it back.
Okay.
I got it.
Queen Billy Lee, how are you this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. And if y'all have been keeping up with the page, you know May is Music Month, and she is our first artist that we are highlighting for the month this month. And I'm gonna say this. I don't know if y'all got a chance to listen to the tracks. I just want the album. When is the album come out? That's my first question. When is the album?
The new EP is coming out very soon. I've got about 3 more songs to lay down and then have to go back in and listen to them. But what I sent you all is actually from my first EP called As I Am.
Okay.
My new one, which is much more raw and much more, I guess, me now. It's called On the Mend.
Oh wow.
I wrote all the songs on As I Am and on the Mend. Pretty much As I Am was how I was 2 years ago. On the Mend is okay. Let's go to the next chapter. Let me let you know and let you see another version of my life and as I tell it.
So where do we find your album now?
It is on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Pandora, and Spotify. Sure. So it is on there. It's been out for almost 2 years now.
Okay, because I gotta tell you, It Hurts to Be a Girl is my. Don't get in my car talking. I'm turning the volume all the way up. And if you start to speak, I'm going to replay it. It's going to replay anyway.
I got a surprise for you with that anyway then.
Oh,
I get mad because people don't understand how it does hurt to be a woman.
Man, but I think it's one particular line.
I'm going to give y'all your moments.
It's one particular line that you say in there that I'm like, if only people understood, especially with Instagram and social media, is I don't have to be a beauty queen if I can be somebody's beauty queen.
It takes me back.
Man, and it's just like, yeah, I just need one person.
Those years of looking in the mirror, and it's just like, why can't I be a size 2? And it's just like, oh, you weren't supposed to be.
You.
And I'm just now, now, don't get me wrong, I do want to have a much healthier lifestyle. That is still a goal of mine, but, you know, thick is in now, and I'm embracing that. I just want to be a healthier thick, you know.
Okay.
I'm starting to, I'm 25, I'm starting to learn that the woman that I am for a reason. And now I still go through it. That mirror still attacks me sometimes. I still want to, close it down sometimes. But the older I get, it's just like, I want to go back and give the old Billy a hug because it's just like, I needed it. And I look back at myself, it's like, I wish I could go back and just hug her and tell her it's going to be okay. And you're going to see one day that what you're doing, now you can help somebody else. So
that's awesome.
Bro, you about to make me cry, and I don't be crying like that.
How'd you get into music?
I have been singing since the day as long as I can remember. I have always sang. I've always loved singing. And then I discovered writing. My feelings that I could never seem to express. I was very, I talked and stuff in school, but I couldn't express myself very well. I found it easier to put things on paper. And I went through, I battled a little bit of depression in high school and stuff, and just in my early adult life. And I just seemed like I could get it out on paper better. And I had always, it wasn't, and I don't want this to come off cocky, it wasn't if I was one day going to pursue this, it was when. Okay. Because I had my son when I was 20 years old, and when you have a child, and it's just like, well, I got to put that behind me. I've got to go to work. I've got to provide a lifestyle. And, thank God, I'm very appreciative of my day job. They support me at work, and it takes care of my studio time and stuff. But it's just like, I want more. I want more for him. God gave me a gift, and I should use it. And I can give him the life and make it so if he tells me he wants to be a doctor, here, go do it. Here's the money. You don't owe anybody. You can decide your future. I had to chase my dreams so he can one day chase his. My son is my biggest motivator. That's why I'll never give up on him.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Size 2 ain't always the best thing smoking, I can tell you that much.
Right.
Well,
size 2s ain't in no more.
A little thickness, so yeah, them size 2s. That's the only thing I heard everything you said was size 2, and I'm like, I don't like the size 2s. You know what I'm saying? I like the 6s and the 8s.
I'm not even that, but you know,
I'll take a 10 and a 12 and a 10.
They're
not, you don't even know it.
That's what I like. And no, you're off on the Tuesdays. People we like to be warm at night.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All I know is ain't no problems going on.
People don't always realize that a size 2 ain't always healthy.
Right.
Very true.
Seeing a skinny girl twerk makes me sick.
I close my eyes.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna see something twerk, I'd rather see something with some oomph.
I want to know if I fall and hit the ground and get a bruise, I'm not gonna break my leg if I fall off this chair right now. Some people, they fall, oh God, and you're all, you know.
I mean, salads are healthy, but we all want some meat.
Right. Give me a chef salad.
No, give me a steak.
No, a chef salad got 3 kinds of meat.
Well, that too, but I want some steak and baked potatoes.
I want a steak, baked potatoes, and French fries. I love all that stuff too. But if I'm gonna eat a salad, I'm gonna eat a good. But you know, society tries to tell us that if you're not a model, if you don't look like a model, that you're not beautiful. Like I have been a big fan of Victoria's Secret. I recently have decided.
Of course you are.
I recently have learned that they do not, you know, like when they have their walks and the models have the wings and stuff on, they actually do not support transgender women walking. They don't support plus size women walking to show off their. I will no longer shop with them. Like when I mean for the bras and stuff, I will not do that because wow, like you're basically saying my demographic plus size women thick. You don't think that we look good enough to walk, so I can't support that. And that's crazy because it's like, you know, their business isn't doing the best anyway. Mm-hmm. So you think you would support any and everybody willing to shop in your store?
Make it available for where everybody can shop.
But I thought they had
that'll bring you more money.
I thought they did like a plus size model whole.
But see, the plus size models that Victoria's Secret uses, like they're like sculpted. They're like perfect type thick. Like you gotta have some people that's got some abnormal looking.
Right. I need a roll.
Right. I need some rolls. I need some stretch marks. Like give me a double roll right here.
They don't have none of that.
No. Right. They like perfect shaped BBW type girls.
So
waist trainers and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, they've made them, you know, tighten a little bit.
What influences what you write now?
Life. It used to just be my life. As I Am was completely about me, my life, my struggles, my heartache, my indifference. Now I draw inspiration from a lot of other people's lives. Like I've ran into people, and you know, you can't say who, but I've wrote songs about, you know, pieces of their lives that I've pieced together and made it to its own story. Wow. Like the video that I just did a couple weeks ago, which that song is out. Jimmy Had a Gun. It's on iTunes. I actually wrote that song about a true experience that happened. There was a woman who was dating someone that actually had a drug addiction, and they had a small child and everything. They had decided, you know, they couldn't make it work, so they had to separate themselves from that. With, you know, that being a mom, you got to do what's best for your kid. That person, the man in the situation, he couldn't take it. He went into the woods and he shot himself and ended his life. I had heard this story, and I drew inspiration from that, and I wrote the song Jimmy Had a Gun. That person's name wasn't Jimmy, of course, I had to change it. But I actually wrote, that's where Jimmy Had a Gun came from. It really touched me. It was just like, wow, like, you know, he didn't feel like he could live without her. But he had a problem he knew he couldn't fix, so that was his only way out. So I'm really big on suicide prevention and suicide awareness. I'm really excited about that video when it comes out. I've been posting lots of little pictures and clips from the footage and stuff from where I shot that. But like I'm really big about saving lives and wanting to help uplift people. There's so much negative. I used to be the negative. I used to be just like everybody else. Oh, well, that's never going to do anything, or I'm never going to do anything. I used to be like that on myself, and I still am going through it. I mean, I'm still learning as I get older. My goal is by age 30, I can look in the mirror and say, you know what? You're a beautiful woman. You've done something, and you've helped other people. Right now, I've took it off of me, and I'm putting it out on everybody else. I want to help another young girl. I want to look at that 16-year-old girl and be like, you know, baby, you're beautiful. Don't let them tell you that you're not. I remember what it's like to walk down the hallways and see the boy I admired, and he was okay with being my friend, but not okay with being with me. And he may or may not have cared about me a little more. Like, I've had lots of platonic friendships that I think about at times, like, wow, it could have been more, but because of what people would think. But but I'm fine in that department now. I have a man, and it's my private life, and we're good.
Hey,
right.
right.
Just had to put that out there. That part of my life is fine. Just very private about it.
So let me ask you this: in regards to as society and living up to their norms, which I don't think people really know what societal norms are. They're not. You're normal if you're you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Facebook and Instagram are thinking of taking the like button away, so people can't compare their likes. J-Rod, you won't be able to get 400 likes in the future.
I'm not listening.
Wait, take it away. Take it away completely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking it away completely.
How's these females and stuff gonna get paid?
And that's another thing is like, how are you going to have people?
Y'all gonna have to have real 9-to-5s out here.
But it's like, so how do you think that ties into helping? I come from a day of before social media. I come from before cell phones.
I didn't mean to do that.
Liz like
natural.
No, I'm gonna tell you what. No, that look wasn't that. That look was you don't look like it.
Okay, that too.
It doesn't crack, honey. It does not crack.
Right. It don't crack. It don't bend. Nothing. But I mean, it went long before. Yeah, well, I had a pager. So I come from before a time where you could compare yourself so easily to someone. If you were comparing yourself to someone, it was in an immediate environment. Now you could compare yourself to somebody and want to be somebody that's over in New Zealand, because of how they look. How do you feel transitioning out of the likes and just allowing someone to be who they are on social media will help play a role in what it is that you're trying to accomplish?
I love where they're going with it. It's a bit extreme. I think everything in moderation. There has to be, and now I'm not, for how they do their marketing and media and stuff, somebody's smart enough to figure out how we can do this and make it work. But we have to look at the bigger picture. There are the generation that's coming up now, they're killing themselves all the time. Yeah. And I see a school shooting. This child was bullied to death. This one hung themselves every single day, and it tears me up. Because one day, I think about my little boy who's about to start school. And it's just like to know that somebody may one day come up to him and tell him I don't need to do much, that he's not beautiful. And, and they don't tell you. There was lots of things I didn't tell my parents about growing up that I went through. Just now at age 25, me and my mom having a lot of conversations that should have happened a long time ago. And she's been amazed. It's been growth for us. She said, I didn't even know. I said, and that's the scary part, to know that my son will one day be like that. Things that bother him, he may not feel comfortable to tell me. We've got to do something because these kids are hurting themselves. They're not taking it like we used to. Right. And like, dang, it's going to get better. They don't think it's going to get better.
But, I think a lot of it has to do with the parenting, and
it does.
You seem like one of those parents where you'll encourage your child. You show your child how much you work, and you let your child know it'll be all right. Because that's what we had growing up. We had our parents telling us, like, look, I've been through these things, so you can make it. Life isn't fair. But parents of my generation are more about trying to get and have what they didn't have as a children and ignoring their own children. That's causing their children to step out and leave and go somewhere else because they don't feel like they have anybody. You know what I mean?
And I'm a firm one to talk, but take away the phones. And I love my phone. When I'll tell you, phone's in my hand. Take away the phones.
Yeah.
Check your children's Facebooks and stuff. Have their passwords up until a certain age. I'm sorry if there's like 7 and 8 year olds on Facebook. Come on now.
Right.
You have no business on here. Grown men trying to get at them. People bullying them, and they're bullying them in a whole nother way. Cyberbullying is serious. They're not even. Some of it's not even face to face. I see all these stories on Dateline and everything else, where a child was bullied to death online. You need to have the password to your child's Facebook and stuff. I'm sorry, up until they give them a little freedom when they get ready to start high school and stuff. But no, up until then, if you're going to let your child on social media, you need to have their password. You don't know what somebody's telling your child. And I hate to be very graphic. You could come home and find your child in the closet hanging.
Yeah.
And then you go through their phone, and you're never going to be right again anyway. You've lost your child, but you go through the phone and be like, all this was going on in my child's life, and I ignored it because I was too busy out here trying to be a good parent, going to work and everything else. But I ignored them mentally and emotionally. A lot of parents are good. There are a lot of parents out here that are good parents, but they do not nurture their children's needs. They nurture their physical needs, a roof over their head, food in their mouth, something to drink. But emotionally, they leave them. They don't know how to parent. They had their kids young. Yeah. I had my son at 20. My son actually had some health issues, and I'll tell anybody, I did not sign on for that. But I will never abandon him. He's my blood. He's my everything. Some parents don't know how to suck it up and just say, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I'm really big on the mental and the emotional, along with the physically taken care of and everything. But you've got to be in tune with here. You parents have got to learn to really be involved in their children's lives. And I used to be the same way. Why aren't you trying to be in my business? I'm trying to keep you around.
Right.
So,
and it's funny is that you say that because, we have a lot of conversations on parenting, and I personally believe that J-Rock is a great dad, because it's not one of those things where, I need a hug before I need J's, and we do our show early, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that, when we have our conversation, Jay is honest. He's straight up. He's like, nah, my son got this. We got to do it by this time. My son got this. I got to be there. I need to get out by this time because my son got this. And I don't think parents really realize that your son rather see you at his baseball game than you take him to McDonald's.
Absolutely.
I'd rather turn around and he turn around and have you encouraging him or coaching him from the stands, but you coach his son's team too, right? But I mean, even one of those things where it's like, even if you in the stands and your parent is yelling, run, 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 I'm doing it because mommy and daddy watching, and it's just one of those things where it's just, how do you feel? Let me ask this, about co-parenting when it comes down to not being with the parent of your child, the other parent of the child, you, whether it be mother or father, and you guys aren't together and you've moved on to another relationship. How does that work together?
Now, me and my son's father are actually still together. I'm just very proud. That part of my life I'm very proud about. But in that kind of situation, I've always told him, I said, I love you. I said, but we don't know what tomorrow brings. In 10 years, you may not love me anymore. I said, the only undying love that I have is for my child. That'll never change. Feelings come and go for people. I said, I'm not going to say that we won't be together. I'm not going to say that we're not going to rock till the day we die. One thing's for sure. He needs you and he needs me. Don't put me in a position to where I feel like if you're not doing your part, I have to guard his heart and keep you away. I said, I always want you to be a part. He's just as much mine as he is yours. I will never keep him from you. We need to come up with a plan to work together. I said, sometimes, and I'm not even gonna lie, he doesn't like to have that conversation. I don't want to think about something. We have to plan. We have to think about that kind of thing.
That's so true.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I feel like parents there's a lot of parents out here that do not like their baby moms and baby dads. They don't, and they'll tell you. You see it on Facebook. Yeah. At this point in time, I feel like you have to learn. You lay down and you made this job with this person. You cared about them a little bit, or for the moment, and you made somebody, and you decided to keep this child. You have to co-parent. Don't keep this man away from his child and him trying to be a good daddy just because of what he did to you, or what she did to you. You have to put those feelings aside to be a parent, because if you show your child, no, you're not seeing your dad just because I don't want you to.
Right. That's bitterness.
And they know it.
Child, they can sense that.
So no, I'm all about the co-parenting thing. Like, it's like I said, it's been a discussion in my home. If things don't work out, I said I would like for us to be friends. If we can't be friends, we can co-parent and we can coexist, and we're not going to argue, and we're going to make it a smooth transition for him. I'm all about a schedule. I'm all about keeping things in line. Okay. And I think a lot of people, the maturity level when it comes to stuff like that is not there.
It's definitely not there.
It's funny because I was listening to your song "I'm Here," and that song speaks about, it can go a couple of ways. When I was listening to it, it's like it's talking about friendship really, and it's just saying I'm here. I can support you if you need somebody to talk to. And I know you're saying you're big on suicide prevention. And go to Google Play and y'all buy the song, listen to the song, whatever, because it tells a big story. Because it's like, I listen to it, I'm like, you could be my best friend, and I'm here if you need to talk to me. You could be my lover, and I'm still your friend, because there's friendship inside of a relationship.
So many things you could be.
So I'm like, where did that song come from?
It actually stemmed from, I was going through. It's going to be straight up and honest. I was going through, there was a conversation that I felt like I needed to have with somebody. You know, like when there's something that's been bothering you, picking at you, eating at you, and you feel like you've got to talk to that person. Let's try to talk it out. You finally get the nerve up, and the conversation doesn't go the way that you want. And it's just like, all I wanted was you to be there for me, to understand me in that moment. Even if you don't agree, just understand me. I've come to you on my knees. I broke it down to you, and you couldn't be there for me. This is what I needed from you. And that was a situation that I had, and I wrote that song, and I was very hurt when I wrote it because at that time that person was someone very close to me, or family-wise very close to me, and I just felt like they weren't there. They tried to be as much as they could from the era that they're from, if you know what I mean, with age difference and everything, but it couldn't click. I was a little bit too emotional for that person, so they couldn't really get it.
I'm just doing all the talking. Y'all got some questions I want to ask?
Queen, hit it. Let's go.
I mean, I'm over here. Listen, I'm getting like a spiritual little cleanse over here, like making myself feel, kumbaya and stuff over here.
Rain dance on you.
It's just beautiful.
I mean, like, cause like we're family, so like I've seen like Megan like grow up, so it's just like it's refreshing to like hear this come out of her mouth, because it's just like, wow, like she's really matured. So
what's it like being like so close to someone who is in a spotlight like this and pursuing this, and you're supportive and you want to see him be big? Like, how is it being on the family end of it?
Like, I think it's like with me, I just want to see her do good. Like, anytime I see that she posts a song or music or something like that, I think it's great. Like, go for your dreams. Like she said, she has a son, so at the end of the day, like, that's who you want to provide for. You want to make it to where he don't have to work as hard as you do. Like, go for your dreams. Don't wait till people tell you, oh, this is a good time for you. If you feel like that's a good time for you, do it. She's writing, she's singing, she's getting in there, spending her money, spending time in the studio. Hey, do it. Don't let people tell you can't.
And from the family's point of view, if your family has got a song on iTunes, go buy it. Don't be asking for it for free. Okay, she put her money into selling it.
Right, like I encourage everybody, like, family, like friends, buy the song, buy the album. Like, even if you don't listen to it, buy it. Show support. It's like it's the people that's closest to you. Like, to me, I feel like when the people closest to me don't support me, I feel like you're kind of like waiting on my downfall. It's like you're supposed to be the closest to me, so I want you, like, if I'm succeeding, you succeeding. Like, we gonna eat together. I'm gonna make sure we eat together, because I remember the people that support me.
But at the same time, I appreciate the ones that don't, because it shows me, and when they start trying to come later, it sort of shows, I know that you're the one I need to stay away from, because it's just like, okay. So I appreciate either one. I've learned to turn pain into promise. That's painful to me to think about, somebody not supporting a dream that I've had, something that I've wanted ever since I can remember. I've turned pain into promise. Like, thank you for doing that. Thank you for showing me you're not going to be there when things are, when I'm on the climb and when, I'm spending my last to get in the studio, I'm doing this. Thank you, because when you come back, I'm not going to be bitter towards you. I'm not going to be mean, but I'm going to tell you, our time was before. It's not now. I wish you well and I appreciate you, but, it should. I love the lessons that God is showing me as I get older and I'm starting to understand things I just couldn't understand before. I appreciate when somebody bows out of my life now, because just like, you weren't supposed to be there. You were a season. You were not to stay.
Right. Y'all all know that feeling too. That feeling like when you think you like got somebody there, like, oh cool, got somebody support me, then they just kind of like leave you high and dry. Then you level up. Oh, hey, how you doing? How you been? Been trying to talk to you. No, you haven't. You wasn't talking to me, trying to support me when I was at my lowest. Now I'm leveling up, and now that's when they come back. So,
and I want to read this on support. This is from Azure Bateman's page. We had her on the show a couple of weeks ago, and it was very poignant to what you were saying. It says, I cringe every time I hear I want to support, but I don't have money. All support isn't monetary. Here are ways you can support without money. Share flyers, sales, or events, like a post, comment on posts. Refer someone to a business or what they're doing. Follow them on social media. Talk about your friends and family's business as much as you talk about and support these celebrities you don't know. I challenge everybody to do it. And that's serious, because it's one of those things where it's like, if you got a performance, you may not be able to afford to go, but hey, tell everybody, like, look, this is what's going on. She's performing here. Go check her out. You can get tickets here, so on and so forth. Speaking of performing, where are you performing next?
I'm actually taking a break right now from her. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
It's live. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Don't apologize for it.
I'm actually taking a break right now from performing just because of all the travel I've been doing and trying to get my videos up, because that's where I messed up before, is where I was just recording and putting things out and not really doing visuals and stuff to it. Like, that's where I messed up when I first started. And so now I'm really focusing just on getting these videos recorded, because I did one in March. I just did one 2 weeks ago, getting ready to do another one. That's what I was telling you about. It Hurts to Be a Girl is going to be a music video.
Oh, wow.
So I can't really go into the details of how it's going to be set up, but it is going to be one at some point.
That's awesome.
I do have a question though. Mm-hmm. So how was California? Because you went out there to shoot the video, right?
I went out there to shoot the one, my collaboration video. That, I love that. It's not out yet. Everybody was asking, it's not out yet. But it was great. I loved it. I had never been on a plane before. Never been to an airport. That was interesting.
Right.
If I'm gonna let y'all know, I did layover. I think next time I may pay to go straight through.
Yeah.
Because having 30 minutes to get to one side of the airport to the other one, and then, that was something. But I loved it. It's beautiful out there. The artist I went out there to work with, her name was Blythe. Shout out to Blythe. She reached out to me on one of my cover songs that I did on Instagram. She's been a real support to me. She's always, over the course of about a year that we've been talking back and forth and waiting for me to come out there, because she had written the song a long time ago, but she wanted me to put a verse on it.
Okay.
So I went in and put my verse. She loved what I wrote. We sent files back and forth to each other, modern music stuff. We sent files back and forth to each other, and then finally I was able to get my childcare and stuff in order, and I was like, okay, well, I'm coming. I'll be out there March 6th. And so I flew out. It was great. We filmed. I literally filmed every day except for the last day I was there. The last day I was there, like, you worked hard. Let's go out and have fun. It was great. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. So speaking of social media, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
I can be found on Instagram. I am Billie Lee, IAMBILLIE LEIGH. I am also on Facebook, Billie Lee Music. Separate space in between all three words. My Twitter is currently under construction, so I'm not going to give that out at this time, but I will be, posting that again.
Okay. That's freaking awesome. All right, we was late starting the show, y'all, so we got a lot going on. You got some J juice this morning?
Y'all want some J juice this morning?
Yeah, you gonna stick around, Billy?
Yeah. Oh, let's do
Did you have anything before we go on? Anything you want to add or say to our viewers?
Just the people that do support me. I just want to thank them so much for supporting me and just listening to me and liking my posts. And the ones that have been with me from day one, I really support. I want you to know I acknowledge you. I try my best to comment back to anybody that talks to me on social media and everything. I absolutely really appreciate you. I try to go on my page and even post. I appreciate you all the time. I want to do a special shout out to my management at Deep South Enterprise. My manager is Russell Miller and Quentin Oliver. They are great, very supportive. Anytime I, get frustrated, need to talk about this process, because it can get hectic and I do get frustrated sometimes. They are there, always in my corner, always rooting for me. Again, special shout out to Deep South Enterprises, Russell Miller and Quentin Oliver. Thank you for everything you've done for me and pushing me and those talks to encourage me to keep moving forward. So,
anybody got anything else they want to ask?
I'm trying to be a rapper.
So, Jay's Juice. Let's hear. Go ahead, spit something.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I can't right now. No.
No one want to entertain him, but let's do it. Y'all want to entertain her?
No.
Hey, y'all want to see Queen KB rap real quick?
Hold on.
Let's go. No, let's find some. We gonna do this.
don't want it?
I'm not ready. Like,
You're supposed to at least have a battle rap in your back pocket. Like, I'm Queen KD, and I'm here to say, I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way.
No, that sounds corny as hell. I'm not saying that shit.
Y'all, and that's what y'all came up with?
Right.
Hey,
I never said I was trying to be a rapper.
Mine was probably going to be way worse.
I
I wasn't going
I
to say
know.
it.
You probably should use her and write that down just in case somebody else questions you. Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
want to be a rapper. Okay.
I write from time to time. You just
Special delivery. Lord Jesus.
Oh, man.
That's how we're gonna do it.
Oh.
Jay,
All right.
what juice you got?
Y'all ready? Y'all ready for Jay's
I'm
juice
not
today?
sure.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with Jay's Juice. This segment is brought to you by the same people who sponsored me last time. That's nobody.
Right.
No,
That's the same people that sponsored nobody.
all right, so normally, I started feeling bad. I thought about this yesterday. I've been on my girl Queen pretty hard the last couple shows.
You been getting on my damn nerves.
Yeah, I really have. So my Jay's Juice is going to be a little lighter. It's going to be a little softer, and it's going to, instead of putting it in my hands, I'm going to put it in Queen's hands. How about that? All right, so listen up. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. So how do you feel about, I'm going to call it FYT. Do you know what FYT means? You've been told that. I'm promise you've been told that before.
By a male or a female?
By a male.
I don't even know what it means.
Right,
FYT? I've been told FYT by a male.
You too. So here. No. This is why I said that. This is why I'm not saying that to you, but this is what. So I had someone who came to me last week and she said, on your Jay's Juice, I want you to talk about men who get in their feelings, right? So for the women, for y'all who just like, I just want to take it easy. Maybe you didn't have plans with them that night and they want to make plans and you're like, nah, I'm busy. And they're like, man, well, fuck you too then. Those type guys. How do you feel about those type guys?
Oh, that's what I call the bitch switch.
Okay, all right, talk to me, because I said a lot of women enable that. So, because most guys who say that, that's not the first time they said that, right? And it works with some women out there. So
that happened to me yesterday.
Okay, so tell me about.
So like I was at the gas station, right? So I'm getting gas, I'm minding my business. Now like when I'm in a hurry or when I'm doing something, I'm not paying attention to nothing else. Like do not stop me from my task. I know what I'm doing. Like just leave me alone. Dude, he was trying to talk to me like I wasn't really interested. Like he was cool, but I was trying to be nice. Like, look, I'm in a hurry. I'm not trying to talk to you right now. On top of that, like I already got some stuff going on. I don't want no more vibes or no fucking body. Just leave me alone. Cool. So I was nice to him. I'm just like he's just. Small talk, yeah, boom, I'm from here, but I gotta go. He's just like, oh, well, if you're free tonight, can I have your number or something? I'm just like, no.
It costs, I ain't free never.
I'm just like, no, I'm just, I'm in a hurry. He's just like, no, just let me get your number. I just want some of your time, just a little bit. I'm just like, look, I gotta go. Like, no. He's just like, hey, bitch. As I'm walking away, like, I was nice the first time, and I'm just like, no, just slowly just trying to ease my way away. Like, why do I have to be there? I don't want to entertain you, and I'm trying to be nice about it, but you still want to come at me like, why you gotta flip the bitch switch? Just walk away.
I don't get the guys that do that.
I don't understand that either.
The lamest move a guy can make.
Now, if I turn around and punch you in the throat,
I'm gonna laugh.
Right.
Hopefully, I get it on social media. But
because I wanted to smack his taste buds loose.
Yeah, but I don't understand why do y'all do that? And a lot of guys do get in their feelings like really quick.
Have you done that before?
No, I have a don't care attitude. That ain't even me. I don't. Y'all know I wouldn't even come at a woman like that. Y'all know my style.
Because it's just if you feeling some type of way, I get that, but there's a way you can express it without saying F you or you a B or like I was
because
nice
it's not going
to
to get you anywhere. Where is that going to get you in the end? Like I don't get that part.
Right, you just basically express the fact that you mad that I turned you down.
Right.
Or that we all been rejected.
You
Like
can't take rejection.
Bro, take your L and just
keep
move on.
Right, you just showing me what I would end up dealing with.
Right, because it's just like if every time you get mad, that's how you feel. Really, you can't sit down and talk about it like an adult. It's F you too. That's it.
How you feel about it?
I feel like that's the little boy that was rejected by the teenage dream in high school, and he just can't accept it. Like he's grew up, he feels good about himself now, and then he's knocked down by the beauty queen from school. It's no excuse for it.
Right.
I generally like when people try to pop in the DM and stuff like that, or I see him out. Hey, I got a man. Some people don't care about that. These days,
don't.
You know, you try to be nice, and you finally be like, I don't want you. I'm sorry. Like it just comes out like that. Well, you don't have to be. Well, I sort of tried to tell you before that I'm not low key wifed up over here. No, I don't want what you. I don't want you. Like
right.
So I mean, but I hate that too. Like it's just like I try to. Like I said, I'm very emotional and mental and stuff like that. He probably was rejected in school a lot or something, and he's harbored that all his life. I'd go into that kind of tangent and try to understand them, but there are those days when I'm having a bad day and it's just, well, look, I don't care. I don't want you. I done told you to go about your business. I gave you there's no reason for you to think that I want you. Like I didn't acknowledge you at all. I'm pumping my gas with my shades on, looking like this. I don't even acknowledge you come up to me. So.
But what really upsets me is when you actually do give that person your time, and then something happens, and maybe you stop talking to them or whatever, and then all of a sudden they come back talking to you. You done moved on, everything's good. There was no animosity on your part. You just stopped talking to them, move on, then they come out of nowhere well, where you been at? Are you serious?
That stranger.
I cannot stand a hey stranger text because I'd be like, LMAO. And then that's it for me. I'm not about to.
Right. I'm not.
Don't say I'm not strange, fool. You are. Don't send me no hey stranger text.
Right.
What's your response to that? A hey stranger text.
Oh, I don't text back. See, I don't have good communication anyway. So I mean,
you really don't.
Y'all know I don't communicate well. I don't text back a lot. I don't give you your phone calls. If I feel like you want something, I'll call you a week later. Hey, you straight? Oh yeah, you good? Okay, all right, my bad. I was busy. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those type. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to give you none of that energy. When you hit me with the hey stranger, yeah, I'm a stranger.
Yeah, don't do that hey stranger stuff.
Yeah, you kill me with that hey stranger. And that just eats at me.
Because once I moved on, bro, it's a wrap. Don't do the hey. Just say hey, Michaela. Don't say stranger because I'm not no stranger. You are.
You the government now.
Yeah.
You
killing me.
So how do you feel about dudes that do it?
I think they whack. I think there's a point in your life where you have to grow up, and if you're gonna treat a woman like that, and she didn't even give you her number yet, how do you think she's gonna treat you if she was to give you the number? But what bothers me is there are women who will accept that because guys do it all the time. Now you are gonna get that one woman who's like, I'm not interested, and then that is a turnoff. But some women will be like, all right, well, what you want to do? They hang out or whatever. I think it's absolutely whack for a guy to do that.
I said this is some insecurity in a woman that does that because I'm like, bruh, no.
It's so unattractive.
Yeah.
You just that to me you a bitch. Yeah.
And what is it called?
Bitch switch.
Bitch switch. Bitch switch.
That's when you flip it on oh okay, now you acting like a female.
So guys, y'all don't be a bitch switch.
Don't flip the bitch switch on.
Don't flip the bitch switch.
If you get rejected by a female,
look, fellas, don't switch to a bitch, okay?
Right.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Don't
Excuse
switch
me.
to a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because the women not like
if you getting rejected or whatever, just take your little L as a man and go mac on the next female that you was about to mac on anyway. Yeah. Because you already had it plotted in your mind that if she turned you down, you already was gonna go over here to her. So.
Yeah, because I ask baby cakes for her number all the time. She'll never give it to me.
Right, so what's stopping you? It's just why do that? Yeah. Just go on to the next.
Don't you ask baby cakes for her number?
Okay, all right, go ahead.
But some females can probably me with my response. I try to be friendly. No, I'm just not interested. I'm giving, I'm already, giving enough of my time to somebody, and I'm working and stuff like that. I really don't have time to give to you because you're just gonna be a number in my phone with no name, and I'm gonna respond who are you? I don't want to sit there and tell you that, but that's really what you're about to be.
But the crazy part is, and I know I bring everything back to social media and all that kind of stuff, and it's the instant gratification today that so many people are used to. Is I want it, I'm gonna get it. And I think it's the same thing. It's okay, I want your number, I'm gonna get your number. And when you get turned down, it's that the fuse is just shortening in people. And it's okay, you tell me no, well, now I'm going to get mad. And I might shoot you. What the hell, bro?
Or give them your number and they text you 3 months later.
Right.
Hey, When was this? Remember you met me at the gas station. Which one? I was there yesterday. 7-Eleven. I didn't give nobody my number. Who are you? Was this the QT 3 months ago or what?
Give me your number. It ain't gonna wait till no 3 months.
I'm gonna give somebody my number.
You got my number.
It may not be my current number, but it'll be a number I had once. I don't know who you texted.
Right, like, but don't text me 2 or 3 months or 2 weeks later talking about some, hey, like, you should have just texted me right then. Like, hey, this is such and such. You just gave me your number. Right. I'm not gonna remember you 2 or 3 months from now.
I think. Let me ask you this, Jay. Do you think it's still that thing in guys where it's like, let me just see if I still got it, so they get the number?
Yeah. Have you ever done that before, Jay?
Yeah. Absolutely. You still gotta work on your craft now.
Oh.
Practice makes perfect. What you mean, man? Hell yeah.
So really,
but you gotta try like the 6 and the 7s, the ones that you know you're gonna get, because it's just practice.
So you gonna text the old 6s and 7s like, hey girl.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just like.
So what do you say? Like, you still remember me, or how does that conversation even go?
Just say, come here.
Come here.
Come here.
What you mean, come here? No, you better say, hey, how you been or something.
I want to know what that face said.
Me too. Like, yeah, go ahead.
That face said a lot.
For what? Come
here. If you come, you know what time it is.
No, are you gonna be like, hi, how have you been? How are you doing? And then come here?
Nice meal, and I'm not talking Bojangles. We're gonna talk, and then I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna thank you for that meal. We may talk again.
Because if I come there, what am I getting? Yeah.
Oh, you want me to really answer that question?
Yeah.
Oh, if I invite you over, when you come to the crib.
You try to respond things, right?
Yeah,
so
we just sitting on the couch.
No,
You
say we just sitting on the couch.
Yeah, we're not gonna just sit on the couch.
Oh, okay.
We can watch a movie.
We on Netflix.
Netflix and what?
We ain't chilling.
Yeah, I mean, because again, it's just practice. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it in every now and again. So, call over.
And then what after? But no, you got to be careful doing that, because she's gonna think you trying to rekindle something. So are you gonna keep it honest and upfront with her if you just like come over and she does?
Rekindle.
Yeah,
it's already been 3 months. What's up? What you talking about?
What you mean?
What you mean?
It's
been 3 months already. So
no,
but if you sometimes when you call somebody over, it's just that.
Yeah, but
it's just that.
But if it was that before, yeah. If it's just that, if it was that before, it's just that. But what if y'all was like, maybe y'all tried to talk for like a month or 2 and stuff didn't work, like, and then you talking about some come here.
But we talking about 3 months later though.
So maybe she's thinking you trying to rekindle things because you probably.
But nothing was ever rekindled.
What you mean?
I left you 3 months ago.
No, but I'm saying, Jay, if you left me on the terms of like we was like collectively talking for maybe like a month or 2, and you just listen to me, and you just like ditch me or something, and then like you talking about some 2 or 3 months later, like come over, like, okay, what am I coming over for? Like, you trying to kindle some stuff? You trying to do, what you trying to do? Like, you're trying to make something shake? Like, what are you gonna tell her up front what you want?
So you're gonna be asking me all those questions before you get over there, or are you coming over and then you ask?
No, I'm gonna be like, what do you want? And then that'll determine whether I come over or not.
Oh, so you already know what I want. That's easy. You shouldn't ask me. If I hit you up here with a come here and you're like, hey, what you want? What? Next. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, well, if I got my bonnet on, I'm not coming anyway.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No. No.
Show them the real you.
No, I'm not. Because I can get somebody to come to me. I can get somebody to come to me like, okay, no.
You do that. I ain't driving nowhere if I tell you to come in.
Lord.
Okay, well, don't drive then. Just stay there, because I'm not coming to you either.
That's fine.
Okay.
Good. What were we talking about again?
So, Billy.
Every week thing, man. We get into it every week. And then I gave you a show today. I gave you an opportunity, and you still arguing with me?
I'm not arguing with you, Jay. I'm just saying, you hit me up later.
Come here, that means come here. Period.
No, it don't mean come here. No, because I could be laying beside somebody else, so I'm definitely not coming to you.
So since we
I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Since ain't nobody traveling nowhere, okay? We ain't going nowhere. Lord have mercy. I don't even know if I have an Empress Ease moment of empowerment this week. I think I do, and I'm gonna go off of what we were talking about with Billy today. Is if you need to talk to somebody, have somebody you can talk to. Find somebody that cares about you. There's suicide prevention hotlines. There's so many places that you can go. but self-preservation is a very, very, very necessary thing. You are valuable. You are worth this life. God has you here for a purpose. It's okay to take your time. It's okay that you may not be where somebody else is. It's okay. It's okay you may not be where you think you should be. That's okay. But put one foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward. Keep going. You are valuable. You are valuable. You wouldn't be here if you weren't valuable. And it's not your responsibility to make sure you're not here. Call someone. Talk to someone. If you need a hug, email us. Royal Court, CLT. We'll come hug you. Let us know.
Depends on how you look.
Don't listen to Jay.
Oh, don't. Oh, okay. See, yeah, that's why you start arguments, because you be saying shit like that.
But make sure you understand. Take your time. It's okay. Time is valuable for a reason. Yeah, they say you can't get it back. You can't. But what you can do is continue to move forward in the time that God has given you. Find your purpose. Know your worth. And continue to move forward. We want to thank Billy for being here today. Tell us once again where we can find you, please.
You can find me on Instagram at IamBillyLeigh, IamBillieLeigh. You can find me on Facebook, Billy Lee Music. There is spaces in between all three words. Twitter is under construction, so I'll put that out there later. YouTube, Billy Lee Music, where you can see where I did some other interviews and just I went on and talked about some things that's went on since I've been doing music. Just get to know me a little bit more on a personal level. So,
and where can we find the music again?
You can find me on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Pandora. I'm on all that.
All right. And then I got one more question for you. I know you write your own music. Do you write for other artists?
I have written for other people. Back in October, I actually wrote for a momager, a woman that was managing her daughter. Actually, if you go to my YouTube channel, that was interesting. I wrote for a momager for her daughter. I wrote a song for her, and well, she sort of was a little flighty about trying to pay, so I had to blast her on YouTube, child. But
she wasn't trying to pay?
I'm too kind-hearted. I'll go into this briefly, but y'all can go check that video. The video is I got scammed, and I had my nails on. I had my little puffs. I was popping. Anyway, well, I didn't even require a deposit. This is where I admit, even in the video, I messed up there. Well, charged the girl $150. I mean, I'm just starting out. I'm not anybody yet. I have this going on. I have that going on. For days and days upon end after she was supposed to pay me. So made the video, posted it. She reaches out to me. We go back and forth in the comments or in my messages and stuff. Don't you use profanity with it? Read her for filth. I need my money, and no, I'm not taking that down. So she ended up sending me my money, $75 Cash App one day, and then $75 from another card. So I got my money, but now my management handles all that kind of stuff for me. Because I'm so kind-hearted, and I'm going to put it out there. The woman did pay me, but I did let her know she had wanted to actually retain me to write for her daughter all the time. I told her that's not going to happen.
Right, you got to pay.
Because she even showed me what can happen, and I understand personal life happens, but you have personal life, but she was posting you out on a date and stuff on social media, and you couldn't pay me. So, after that incident, my management has actually started handling all. If people want me to write for them or be on their songs and stuff, I don't handle that anymore. Shout out again to Deep South Enterprise, Russell Miller and Quentin Oliver. They handle that for me now. So if somebody inboxes me on Instagram or any kind of social media asking me to do any kind of writing or singing for them, I send them directly to their pages to talk to them about it. But yes, I love writing for people. That's something else I want to do in the industry, is write for other people. I wrote about 50 songs last year, and some of them I know I'm never going to use. I'm going to work on actually getting them turned into sheet music and trying to submit them out to labels to be sold and stuff. My management's working on that for me, because I want to do this all around. I want to do it in every aspect. You never know who could call and say, hey, I like what I heard. I want you to write something for me. So yes, that is something I plan on doing.
Awesome. Well, y'all make sure y'all check her out. Go check out her page, like her page, share the video, share this video. Tell your friends, go like the page. Y'all know we trying to do this organically. Unfortunately, stuff is expensive, man. It's called.
Right. Okay. Sometimes, you know.
But everybody that does like the page, everybody that follows us, everybody that's on every week, we do greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing it. Remember, May is Music Month. Next week we'll have Braxton Bateman on. He is a jazz musician around the Charlotte area. Thank you. Share the page. We appreciate you. Share the video.
Share the page. We all share the video.
Right. Say your friends to like the page.
It's like your robotic voice.
Thank you so much. And we just gonna say we want to thank you for taking a glide on the ride with the guy and the girls is the king, the queens of the world. That's right. You know what it is. It's the Royal Court with the King, hey, King, my King, King J-Rock.
We out.
And the Queen, hey, Queen, my Queen, Queen KD.
Bye, y'all.
And I know it's me, Empress E. And we thank a special queen for being in the building, Queen Billy Lee. Thank you.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
All right. I had something else I wanted to say. I forgot what it was. So, oh, yeah. Facebook. That's what it was. Fix it. We sorry we was late this morning. Facebook did something new and we don't like it.
Y'all don't like the Android updates.
Right.
I'm not with that.
Well, you know.
You got an Android though.
I do got an Android. The Android, this Facebook is just messing up totally.
I just don't like the emojis. They look like Android emojis.
It's not even emojis. It's just like why I can't see the video on this computer, but I can see it on that computer. Fix it, Facebook. All right, we love y'all. I hope we gonna be out. I don't even know how to stop the video now. Like hopefully this will do it. See y'all later.
It's just one of them days.